Meeting is now in session. Please rise for saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing, Ms. Gary.
You got me. Thank you, Father. Father, we're so very blessed. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for Jesus. Thank you for our council and the beautiful town we live in. Father, I pray that you give them the wisdom and the courage to make big decisions and be with them. Thank you so much. It's in Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. Thank you, Rhonda. Ms. Gary, if you could please take roll.
I will. Joseph Cox.
Present.
Eric Hayden. Present. Dennis Johnson.
Present.
Jacob Everett.
Present.
Emily Pearson. Present.
We have a quorum with all 5 members present. Moving along to the approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any additions?
I can take that redevelopment commission. I just wanted to remind you guys that we need to schedule a meeting, but we've already done that, so.
Okay, go ahead and take that off. We are going to add a 15-minute parking discussion for downtown,
What are you doing now?
new business.
And I just have a couple of comments.
Or should I put that under miscellaneous?
Park, new business is good.
New business, okay. The concrete pitting in front of Jimmy's,
Yep,
trucks through town,
yep.
and Frontier's boxes going in the neighborhoods
I mean,
everywhere.
it's a bigger discussion than just Frontier, though.
Yeah, I mean, just utility boxes in general. Does anybody have anything else? If not,
I'm good.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved. Dennis Johnson.
Second, Emily Pearson.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? We have an agenda. Moving along to the approval of the prior minutes, of which we have 4. We have the Town Council Retreat Memorandum from March 12th, the Town Council Staff Meeting from March 12th, the Town Council Retreat Memorandum for March 17th, and the Town Council Meeting Minutes for March 17th. Has everybody had an opportunity to review those?
I'll make a motion to approve all 4 sets of meeting minutes.
I'll second. Dennis Johnson.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Good to go there. Moving on to the approval of the claims, 4-7. Any questions on those? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Oh, I did have a question, I'm sorry. Hey, Rhonda, I saw the claims, there were some expenditures for related to our,
April?
yes, for our experts for the battery project. What's the process for how those are being covered or whatever? Do we
We
have?
received a payment from APA.
Okay,
And those are being all, they were all paid out of that, that money that they sent to us.
thank you.
And the balance returned, correct, from the escrow?
When it's completed.
When it's completed, okay.
Thank you.
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
I make a motion, we pay our bills.
Have a motion.
A second. Dennis Johnson.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Let's get them paid.
Thank you.
Moving along to council committee reports, nothing for EDC. Mr. Freeman, you back there somewhere?
Hi, sir.
All right.
Yes, nothing new for the board right now, otherwise I'll defer to Keith as far as start time on the infrastructure or more spending, but that's all we have at this time. I do agree with you, the utility boxes, I think we've talked about that before, we have coordination with them, so hopefully they're not right on top of us, and they can keep clear of all the lines.
Sure.
Other than that, let's read the Keith's statement.
All right, thank you very much. Moving along, legal counsel report, Mr. Colt.
Nothing at this time, other than I will have the ordinance governing the outsourced seating will be presented at the next meeting. I will get the revised document out to you later this week, and that way you have time to look at it, and if you have a question or change, we can have it ready to go.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Hey, Mr. Cole, we've talked about it before, trucks limiting weight through town. And I'm seeing more and more trucks coming through, so can we get that?
We can. I just need to know what route we want to prohibit and what the tonnage or the weight limits are.
So I think the route is Jackson Street. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, but are you talking Jackson Street from 19 to Main, or?
From town limit?
Just
from
town
the
limit.
east to town limit to the west right now.
Okay, so cut them off the bridge too, which makes perfect sense, because once they cross that bridge, there's nowhere for them to go anyway, so.
And from the east, I mean, if you let them come all the way to 19, they've already come a significant part of Jackson, which kind of defeats the purpose, so.
I mean, that's the main purpose,
Right.
right? It's extra weight.
Yeah.
And watching semis go through downtown, I mean, there's more people moving around with the sidewalks we've done, and it's pretty tight. I'm a little, I mean, it can become tight.
Are we going to make an exception for local deliveries?
Yes, I think you have to.
And farmers.
Yeah, I think that's standard.
What would be the tonnage? What are we going to restrict?
We're going to have to research that, unless you've already done it. I haven't.
I sent that one, I'll see if I can pull it up. I sent a version I had found from another community, which I'm not advocating for, I just was sharing it as a reference. Exceptions are garbage trucks, school buses, ag, municipal vehicles, tow trucks. It doesn't say local deliveries, but that obviously there has to be an exception for that. I'm trying to see if it has the tonnage. This says this one is exceeding 17 tons, which is 34,000 pounds. I have no idea if that's a good measurement or not.
It seems like a lot, but,
This is town of McCordsville.
okay. Can we get back to you on that?
So
Yeah.
those tractor trailers are 40 tons.
And that might be something to,
So towns often post much lower limits, 5 tons, 10 tons, 15 to 20 tons.
we might want to
40
ask
tons?
Terry and Keith to give us some input in terms of what we would want.
Keith, you're looking like you want no part of that.
I don't know off the top of my head, I have to do research, talk to transportation.
Okay, all right.
Would you mind reaching out?
Because as soon as I have that, the ordinance is going to be very simple.
Okay. Think you guys can have that ready by the next meeting?
Yeah, I'm sure I can get some the next couple of days up there.
Okay, be super appreciated, thank you.
Terry, we would need signage
Yeah.
on each end of town.
Any other routes that concern you? I mean, we just invested heavily down Jackson Street, so.
I know we get a lot of traffic down Stringtown too.
We do?
Yes.
So I assume that you would like to see it on Stringtown as well then?
Yeah, no restrictions. Yes, restrictions.
I don't see why we have to have semis on Stringtown anyway.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Is it semis you see, or what do you see?
Yes, I see everything, everything.
Interesting. I don't know why a semi would ever be on Stringtown.
Stringtown for that.
Come over and visit.
Well, we believe you.
Yeah, we believe you, I don't understand why they would need to.
Right.
So,
So I
I
think,
just
Aaron,
think it's how they get off the freeway with their directional on
the
their
GPS,
computers, and that's how they drive.
gotcha.
so we would like Jackson and Stringtown to start.
Definitely Jackson. I hadn't thought about Stringtown.
I think something you'll have to consider is what alternate routes are going to direct them to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our obligation?
Yeah, but if they're coming.
Like, how do we direct them? I don't even know what it means. It's not gonna be on
I
the
mean, so
sign.
I've thought about it, you have 32 to 38.
But I mean, what do we do to
And you have
direct them?
276, you just have to put on your sign, I believe.
Oh, it goes on the sign?
I think.
And you'll have to, if I'm not mistaken, in most communities that I've seen, they will have an alternate route directing them in what direction they need to go and what road to pick up.
Okay.
But you go from 236 to 276 to get from 31 to 19, that's quite a
Yeah.
way around.
Well,
Chief, you got any thoughts?
No, I'm on board with restrictions, absolutely.
I mean, we'll have to rely on you to help us enforce it, obviously.
Oh, yeah. It'll keep us busy, I'm sure.
for at least a
See,
while.
He's going to get those skills one way or another.
Is there a way to register that with like a Google Maps or something,
I
so?
think you have to.
Yeah, okay. All right, so everybody understand the assignment? All right, thank you, guys. I assume I can cross that off from the
Well,
new
and for
business.
the alternate route, you can even send them north and have them take another road and then cut back down to 236 at some point.
Yeah.
So they don't have to go all the way up to
I mean, the
276.
one by Bex is the right road.
281st.
Is that what it is, 281st?
Well,
276?
281st from 19, 276 from 31,
Yeah, I mean, that's the right route.
and 32, and 38.
Yeah, but if they get off, let's say they get off at 236 and they come eastbound, and they need to essentially get through downtown, you just want to route them not all the way to 276, you want to just get them around the
Just because
downtown
we say
area.
it doesn't mean they have to follow it, right?
Well, why not?
Yeah, but you need a plan or something, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You don't want semis on the back roads other than 276 or 38 and 32 in my opinion.
I agree with that. We saw what happened to I can't think of what, 246 during all that, and that was just from car traffic. All right, moving along, Cicero Jackson Township Plan Commission report, Mr. Zolowski.
Evening, council. I sent this out by email earlier today. This is the latest version of the director's report. This is for March of 2026. Permit revenue for the month of March 2026 was $6,920 and some change. It brings us up to a year-to-date of $34,490 and some change. At the same time last year, March 2025, we were at $5,191 for the month and $8,063 for the year. That's the difference for the month of March, a plus $1,729 and change, and a plus for the year, $26,427 and change. We issued a total of 26 building permits for March of 26. 18 were for within the corporate limits, one new home there. We issued another 8 out in Jackson Township, no new homes out there though. Estimated cost of these projects permitted was $1,169,328. Plan Commission meeting coming up has been canceled for April, originally scheduled for April 8th due to lack of business. The BZA meeting schedule has also been canceled due to lack of business. In other news, our annual report to IDEM for stormwater runoff was forwarded to them during the month. I got the reply back on that today after I sent out my report, and IDEM says no deficiencies, so I was very glad to hear that. That's my report.
Great, good job.
Good job, Thank you very much.
Thank you.
On the topic of cancellations, are we canceling the staff meeting next week?
I have it on my agenda,
All right.
miscellaneous, so it's up to you guys.
All right. We don't really have anything we
Anything
need to
on the
run
agenda.
to, and Thursday night, it was going to be moved to Tuesday night originally,
Right.
so, do you have something?
Just no switch.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get my attention. So, everybody, there's no staff meeting next week,
Cancel. Thank you.
unless you really want to come in. You're welcome to, but. Hold on, Keith. Dano, you have anything?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Keith, your show now. Go for it. Town engineer report, Mr. Bryant.
Wastewater plant continues, Rental continues working on the oxidation ditch and the clarifier rehab. They updated their schedule, it indicates that they'll be finished in mid-May. We'll get a meeting on site tomorrow. We'll see how optimistic or not, but that's what they've got on their schedule right now. I did submit, after we reviewed their pay app 21, that was just submitted on Friday. So, just see if you have any questions related to it at this point.
So going back to the contingency, before we get to their pay app, I mean, it's sitting, and I know you, thank you for sending the email after our last discussion to that. I mean, I'm not satisfied about $1 million for half the effort, right? So Aaron, I guess I don't know where we go from here.
I mean, what are you,
So I think maybe what we need to do is we need to get a list of every piece of apparatus that we're paying for that was on site for that extended time. I mean, I get a portion of it, but that $1 million, it's been a while since we looked at it. I think that's pretty much double the cost for it added 3 months.
It increased dramatically, it's close to double.
So it just doesn't sit with me. So I mean, I know that they have in their sheets the equipment that's there. So I guess, do we ask for a summary of each of that piece, each of those apparatus above what was originally planned to be there, or how do we go about doing that? I mean, it's beyond reasonable in my mind.
I mean, we can certainly request that they provide the documentation for us to look at it, and then if we disagree with it, there's a process through the agreement if we want to have a grievance or contest something like that. But depending on the route we want to go through, we need to decide exactly how you're wanting to proceed, and some of that may be depending on a substance for an exec session rather than have public discussion.
Okay. I guess you guys think about it. I mean, so they've come back for roughly $1 million because equipment had to stay on site, which we owe, but that's almost, I mean, going from memory, it's almost double of what we had expected. So. All right, let's.
So what are our options? Are we just sitting on everything for the moment? Which I don't have a problem with.
Assume that they have, or we're not going to process it until next meeting anyway, but it usually well with your contract on this.
I would like to better understand what's going on. I'm not thrilled with what I'm hearing, so.
And while you're thinking about it, they're talking about tapping contingency again.
So that's what makes me even a little more upset, right? Terry and I spoke about it.
Well, they came in, what, 3-4 weeks ago and told us that they only had a small anticipated amount of other contingency, and now they're coming in with all of this.
Well, the trucks, the other was.
The other's been
Month
blocked out
ago.
over the whole 18 months. It's been above what their estimate was.
Yeah, but I thought they'd indicated that between then and the end of the project, they didn't foresee.
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't 4 or 5 days later that we started hearing about contingency.
Yeah.
What moves do we have?
Well, I think we need to understand the data first before we do anything. We need to understand the data. I'd like to see what equipment was on site, kind of get Terry's feel if he thinks that's accurate, and then why it's for a 3 or 4 month delay, why it's equal to the whole length of the other equipment on site.
I think some of their explanation is that they had to use more equipment to dig around existing stuff with the plans, bring in more equipment. That's part of the reason they've given. It's tough to fathom how they have been that far off. And then the reality is, if their estimate was off by contract, they can tap into contingency. So it's, I'm not sure. I share your concern. I'm not just sure contractually what we can do about it, to be honest. Just be honest about it.
Kind of feel like this is the equivalent of change ordering your way into profitability, you know, in a construction scenario.
Should they also make some statement about their productivity levels or something? Did I hear something about that?
They mentioned, I think, with some delays in the equipment, I think they mentioned that their productivity went down in the winter when they were doing work, which is to be expected in my view. I mean, they will need, if they're planning to use contingency at the end, they have a commitment to come in and present again, so I think that'd be the time to probably ask all the questions, and we'll see them tomorrow, we can ask them to come to the next council meeting.
Yeah, I'll do some research and try to do a better job of parsing through what
You
equipment.
look at every pay app from, all 21 of them, it lists all the equipment.
I know it does.
I can't say they were using every piece of equipment every day,
Well, it's not, it's, if it's on site though.
If it's on site, we're paying for it.
Yeah, that's correct. I just don't understand for that 3 months. I mean, they've been working for 16 months and they extended, call it 4 months, whatever the duration is, right? And it equals the equipment budget for that previous 16 months.
That's, doesn't make any sense.
All right, I will, I mean, if you don't mind giving them that feedback again.
Ask them.
They were here once and I let it slide, but.
Ask them to attend the next meeting if they're planning on using contingency.
Well, I mean, so I'm still stuck on that added expense even. I know that they were here. And I'm just not sure how to go about what extra equipment was here that wasn't for over that other 16 months to essentially double that budget item, line item. And I'm close, if I remember correctly. It essentially doubled,
It
didn't
was
it?
close to it. You know, and at every payout, we could tell, we were checking with each other, burn rates were going to exceed, and we would ask about it, but very, very little, have very little response typically, and, you know, I think their hope was, we're going to phase back equipment, but it didn't really happen.
So, I mean, I can agree that there's some extra amount,
Sure.
but is it double? Is where I'm stuck.
Well, and their last report to us was so, they positioned it as such a positive report that they were almost done and they were giving us some money back and, you know, and like, so, and now here we are a month later talking about the exact opposite. Doesn't sit well with me.
So then their pay app, we have time to table it till next meeting, correct?
Yep.
You got 30 days. So just to be clear, when we see the margin, you won't be asking for the next meeting? Or is it only if they want to tap contingency again that they need contingency?
Yeah, only if they want to tap contingency again. And if they do tap contingency again, I want to have a detailed review of, I think we want to have a detailed review of that extra equipment. And you know what I'm trying to ask. I'm just not doing a very good job of explaining it. Thank you.
Is the Baker's Corner treatment plant construction project, is that public information? I mean, will we be able to see the same type of scenario over there?
I don't know how much access we have to any information like that. It wouldn't see it. I don't know.
I'm just curious if this is the same MO over
Yeah,
there.
it's published anywhere on the net, but I don't know if we could right do a public information request.
Thank
And
you.
I don't think they had a contingency like we had though.
Okay.
Well, and it's also probably not apples to apples because that was a new build
Yeah,
versus,
that's a fair point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but there's got to be others like ours out there that we could probably, it gives me something to do.
All right.
We're ready to move on, thank you.
It's plenty. 2024 CCMGS West Jackson Street. Once this is done, there are a couple items on the list that are really warranty items that they're still working on, waiting for temperature. One of them is the concrete, you mentioned for the pitted concrete, they're looking to come back and replace that.
Is that in front of, my wife pointed it out, so,
Yeah, it was on the list.
so in front of Jimmy's is the,
Yeah.
okay.
And Larry Shelley with CCNT was in town today and talked to Terry. I texted him here. I think we're going to get there tomorrow. I think we're going to try to meet up with him. But he's talking about fixing it next week.
So they will tear it out and
That's
repair it.
my understanding, yeah. We have-
So then Terry, can you or Dan, can one of you guys please make sure you get with Jimmy's and let him know? Or whoever, wherever we're gonna look at tearing it out, please.
Apparently the calls was, Larry said this, because it rained on it there for next session. Very good issue.
So probably want to use their side door again, so yes, we'll definitely have to
striping's gonna get fixed?
They're committed, they're so just committed to doing that, they just have to wait until temperatures are good enough this thing to do it. But yes, that's, we got in writing from, anything that's less, we got in writing that they're committed to do it and at no additional cost.
Okay.
It's really just those two items.
So on this same topic, Terry, at one point, excuse me, we had talked about the bike racks downtown. Is there a plan to put those back in?
Waiting on,
Well, I've had multiple businesses ask me about it.
All businesses.
Well, Dark Side being one, the most recent. So apparently they have a lot of traffic that people bring their bikes and there's nowhere to put them. But that was a concern from the get-go of mine. But my understanding was that they were going to remain downtown. Did I misunderstand that?
I'm just waiting on guidance from the council.
Okay. What's your,
I mean, the ones down on the east side were never used.
down the east side?
So there used to be one down by the pocket park down there.
Okay.
I never saw anybody. There were, how many were there? 3 or 4?
I think there's 6 or 8.
Oh, but essentially there's nowhere for people to lock their bikes up at this point downtown.
You have to be real careful where you put them, because also there's stumbling areas, and there's not a lot of places for room for it.
Sure. Well, could you guys do me this? Could you at least take a look at it and find out where we might be able to place a few of them? Where it would make
Where
sense?
are the hot buttons?
The hot buttons are going to be any business that has transient customer base.
So what is that, dark side?
Dark Side being one of them. One on this side of the street, whether it be for Betsy's or, I don't think the groomer's going to be using it much, but even if we had like 4 downtown total.
I mean, I think that's too much.
You think- But just, if you could just look at it to see where they could potentially be placed, I'd appreciate it. All right, so I can scratch off the concrete pitting. Okay.
We, sent up there, we worked through with them final quantities, pay application adjustments over the last 2 or 3 weeks, it seems like, but there's, so we did recommend send up their pay app 11 and 12. Pay app 11 is their retainage release, so that's money they've already earned and just looking to release. And pay app 12 is their final invoice for final quantities, which in conjunction was sent with a final change order. That change order is $112,000 and change deduct to the contract. We did utilize all the grant money. So this $112,000 is 100% returned to the town.
So the 36, so PAP 11, you said it's just money that was held over?
That's retainage, yes. So basically, by contract, we held 10% of their invoices for every invoice until they got 50% complete, and then no more. So it wound up being 5% of the contract roughly at the end, just to ensure that they do everything on the punch list, get everything done.
But we're not done yet.
We're technically done with the punch list, and the only thing left are warranty items technically, because they did do them, they just got to come back and fix them. So we still have a warranty on top of that that's protected by performance and payment bonds for the next year. For anything that falls apart, anything needs to be redone, they have errors with it. And we can hold this money longer, but our problem is we have to get these paid, we have to get all the final paperwork to NDOT. When I say paid, we have to get cancel checks back by the end of the month, or we lose our grant.
By the end of this month?
So it's really a necessity. And contractually, it's correct. And they do have that concrete and those handicap things, but those are things they did, they just didn't do them right, and now they got to fix them. Like I said, the concrete's probably doing next week, and the striping, the guys committed, he's going to come in as soon as the temperatures stay at 50 and above for a few days.
I guess I didn't realize we would bring that if we don't approve it, so.
So what's our mechanism if there's a problem in the future?
We have the warranty to
You
fall
have
back on.
performance and payment bonds for
Okay.
12 months after substantial completion. So same as any construction contract.
Yeah.
So then how does pay app 12 work? It looks like it's $82,545 back. They just take that off of something, or?
I'm trying to see what you're talking about here on that page.
So pay app 12 just has it under deductions. So they're gonna write us a check back?
No, that's where the change order comes in, so if you go to the next page on that, it's the change order, and that actually deducts what's not done, or what, you know, the final quantity. So that 82, so you're looking at are you looking at the first page of the?
Yeah, the first page.
That is just, that is what total change was to the original contract amount by change orders. If you remember right, the first change order was a $30,000 ad, so that's why there's exactly 30,000 difference. Change order one was when the town signed a change order before we started construction to replace the streetlights instead of rehabbing them all. So that was the original ad.
So then pay application 12 is for $75,532.79?
Correct. So basically, change order one was a $30,000 ad for that and for the lights, and change order two was a $112,000 deduct. So that the net change by change orders because of those two adding together is about $82,000.
So I'll make a motion to pay app 11 and pay app 12.
A motion and a second?
I'll second Dennis Johnson.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Let's get them paid.
You also approve or imply in that Joe would sign that final change order after the meeting.
I'll make a motion to have Joe sign the final change order.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will sign it.
Thank you. I'll call them and see if they'll pick them up.
If so, all right.
Make sure that it's possible, stick them in the drawer somewhere.
Sure.
Get it
I
back
won't.
in.
I won't take a chance on losing this grant.
Yeah, that's the grant was about $877,000. 2026 CCMG East Jackson, we're reviewing, we got some more submittals from the contractors, Howard County today, we're trying to get from them, we did get their bonds and insurance, which are good, and we're in compliance with the contract. At the last meeting, the council approved having Joe being able to sign the notice to proceed. Since we need the bonds and some of the information from yesterday, we haven't sent that out, but I do have that here tonight, if we can sign it after the meeting. And then we're just working with them on their schedule when they're gonna start, so we can have a pre-construction meeting. Get them moving.
So I'll make a motion to allow President Cox to sign the 2026 CCMG.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good to go.
Bruce mentioned the stormwater board meeting, the project of Morse Lane Drive under drain, that contractor, which is SLB Pipe Solutions, have submitted some more submittals. We're trying to confirm with them. They thought they would start in the next week or two, but we're waiting for them to confirm that out before we relay it to anybody. And I think we talked about it at the pre-construction meeting on web pages and such. We did do a mailer to all the impacted
Dennis, were you looking at that?
I am, I don't have an answer yet.
Okay. Postpone until the next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. You good with that, Keith?
Sure.
Okay.
But to go along with that, however, I mean, I guess we still have time before that other project kicks off, so go.
Okay. You have anything else, Mr. Bryant? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith.
Thanks, Steve.
Moving along to old business, lateral transfer policy. Chief Frazier?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So just revisiting what we talked about last week, we pushed off this meeting to actually have a conversation, and so open up if you guys have any questions from the information I had given you
Yeah.
about lateral transfers.
I don't have any questions. It's pretty straightforward to me. It's been being talked about since November. So. Anybody have any questions for Chief?
No,
We just need to formally adopt the language tonight, correct? All right. Good.
One thing I didn't go through is I didn't go back and look at, like, the 4 to 5 year, does that match from a salary perspective?
Yeah, it's close.
Okay.
so if it does, you're okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So do we need to,
Yes.
Need a motion?
We need a motion to adopt the language, or actually, are we modifying the handbook? I mean, how do we need to present this?
I just think you need to adopt this policy.
Just adopt the
Yeah.
policy? Okay.
I also make a motion to adopt the new lateral firefighter language,
Yes.
Hire and pay credit policy.
Policy.
Yeah.
hiring and pay policy. I don't have it here, but
So anybody in the audience that's wondering what we're talking about, essentially, we're in a situation where we're competing with other fire departments for staffing, and we're adopting a policy to essentially honor their tenure from their other department instead of having them come out and like they're a brand-new firefighter. So they'll retain some of their benefits and everything, just to make it more attractive. We've actually had a lot of success with it so far, so. This is just the formal adoption of the language.
so I will make a motion to adopt the new lateral firefighter hiring and pay credit policy.
And I'll second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you guys need a copy of it, or do you have?
I have the copy, we all have it on the email. All right, moving along to new business, we do not need to talk redevelopment commission. We've already got that scheduled, so we're good there. Okay, so the only other thing we have under new business is 15-minute parking downtown. So in the world of unintended consequences that we often speak about, the loss of the parking has created some challenges between removing parking for seating and adding ADA compliant spaces. So we've had some business owners reach out about the potential of putting some essentially 15-minute parking spots downtown that would operate in a 15-minute zone during certain periods of time. So that's what we're talking about here. So instead of putting them both in Sullivan's, the proposal is to remove the yellow stripe in front of Sullivan's, make that 15-minute parking during a certain period of hours, and then also the same in front of Darkside and in front of Betsy's. Those would all have 15-minute parking areas during a certain time frame, which we do need to determine what that time frame is. They don't have to be the same for each parking spot. Talking to Mr. Sullivan, his peak business hours during the week are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. They are open longer than that. I think Darkside, given their limited hours, it would make more sense to be early in the morning. And Betsy's would probably be similar to Sullivan's.
In front of Sullivan's, why was this area yellow to begin with?
Because of that alley, it's always been there.
That's what I assumed. It's kind of close to where someone might try to pull out of that alley.
But with the stuff they're storing on the side in the alley anyway, there's pallets full of stuff. Nobody's going to be turning that close.
No, I don't.
I think it's just sight, line of sight.
Line of sight.
Yeah, I don't have a huge problem. I was just curious why it was yellow.
And have you spoken with all three businesses? They're willing to lose a spot out in front, permanent spot?
They're not technically losing a spot, they're only losing it. It's just being timed for certain hours. Dan, I've spoken with Pat Sullivan. Have you spoken with the Emerys?
No, we did not speak to anyone else. We just went out knowing that might be on the agenda.
Okay.
And tried to, in speaking to Director Cooper and Chief Rittenhour and Superintendent Wilson, we went out and called what might be logical spots, and we thought those would be three logical spots. And part of that being is that while we're using the corner areas that allow easy in and out, you're not trying to back in.
Parallel park.
Between cars and some of those things. And those seem the logical spots, and certainly the council will move in that direction. We will talk to them. But I know we've heard from the Jackson Street grooming, I think it is, it would be nice if they had a dropout point. So, I think there would probably be support for it.
Yeah.
Mr. Rittenhour, how do you police that?
It might be a struggle. And you mentioned that because that question came up when we were meeting with Dan and Terry, I'm not knowing for sure when the 15 minutes started. If we got a complaint, it probably had to start from that period on, or just go, okay, give them 5 minutes into it, and they had another 10 or something like that. But
Throw Rhonda in the old vacuum truck, have her drive around town, marking tires.
I'm not considering that topic.
Could you deputize us?
Do we get weapons?
Sure.
No.
Stun guns?
But I think it will be a bit of an inconvenience. If we get a complaint on it, I probably won't get exactly 15 minutes, I'll probably get more. By the time we get there.
And we would have to draft an ordinance and adopt it to write tickets off of it. So we need to specify which spot, what the time frame was. And that's not complicated, but that's part of the enforcement.
Sure. And I don't know that it even needs to be 15 minutes. I mean, maybe we make that a little longer of a time period. 15 minutes is pretty tight. You can stand in line for 15 minutes at Dark Side. Yeah.
I don't have a big problem with this as a concept. I think what I don't want to have happen is the next time a new business opens that they're going to want one, and it's like, how do we, I think these locations make strategic sense today, but I don't think we're in a position to provide these to everybody that wants one.
And I wouldn't even justify it as for those businesses.
No, I understand that, but I just,
15-minute drop off downtown.
yeah, and I agree with that, so it's something we've never done before, and I don't want it to turn into something unintended either.
That never happens.
What if instead of on the main street, maybe you guys already talked through this, what about right in front of Town Hall?
I thought about that too. They're just less visible.
They're less visible, I agree, but that's kind of the point.
Well, for the easy in and out, these really do make sense. So as long as the site,
Part of the intent and why we sort of looked at it when it came up with three, as you know, originally it was sort of being requested by one business, as you all know. But in trying to keep things fair for all businesses, locate those strategically downtown so everyone benefited from that. So that's why we picked up numerous spots, so.
Yeah.
And I could honestly see that would be a big benefit to Erica's, because a lot of older people go there and want to drop someone off and then park, and Sullivan's would be a pretty close walk.
Would we have to cut into our beautiful new sidewalks to put these signs in, or is there another way to put them in?
Well, we were trying to discuss that. Best way to do it would be to quarter them. Have somebody come in, core a hole.
Right.
And put in a plastic sleeve, and then we could put the posts, like we did. That'd be the best.
Dual purpose bike rack.
Right. Now, the bike racks, we'll probably have to drill and whack those down. That's how they were installed.
Those bike racks were always in the way. I'm even a bicycle rider. I ride my bike all the time.
Yeah, but now we've got the kids with the e-bikes and they're higher value and they've got nowhere to put them. We love how they zoom around town at 30 miles an hour and on the sidewalks. Gotta promote that.
Well, we could,
All right, so basically from this discussion, I mean, how I read it, the one that we kind of know makes sense is in front of Sullivan's, right? And then maybe we need to review the other ones? Or how do we want to tackle this?
I like the three.
I mean, I like them too, I'm just,
I do too. I mean,
I think for starters, this is I think it's the right move. The signage that you gotta do, obviously they'll figure that out. But the more I look at this, the more they make sense.
you know, and me personally, I'm not looking for it to be like downtown Noblesville where there's strict enforcement on these things. I mean, we're more bringing awareness and asking people to be courteous with this, in my eyes, and to respect the rule. But, I mean, it will get to a point that we probably do have to enforce it.
I was gonna say that too. We could put the signs up and not even attach it. Ordinance necessarily. Means Chief can't really do a lot, but.
You know, now we have to, you put it on record.
Can you dump that from the video feed? But we could try it and see if people respect it, and then we could come back and pass an ordinance if we feel like we need to. But everybody good with that?
Yes.
I'm good.
All right. Do we need to vote on that?
So what are we doing?
I
Are we
don't know
putting
if we have
signs at these
enough-
3 locations? Is that what we're doing?
Essentially, yeah. I mean,
So we know the 3 spots we're wanting to put it.
yeah.
You can work on an ordinance at your convenience, Aaron.
Okay. Yeah, what I would suggest is let me come back with an ordinance and adopt it that way.
Okay.
And then the chief can go out and get the sign, or Terry can get the signs and stuff.
Okay, so we'll adopt the ordinance at the future meeting.
Yeah.
But we have our plan to work from tonight.
Yeah, and I can probably do one ordinance that will address this as well as the tonnage for the streets, because they're both, will go into the same section of the traffic code.
Yeah.
Dealing with parking and speed limits and weight limits and all that stuff.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, moving along, miscellaneous, I have nothing.
Mr. Strong has something.
Oh, wait, you already had your opportunity. Go ahead, Dan, we'll let it slide.
Needed clarification, so the board briefly talked about the 15 minutes or potentially longer, so do you want to do the 15 minutes or are you thinking of a longer time frame?
I personally would like to see at least 20. That's me.
Five minutes doesn't matter.
It could.
We're not
I
writing.
mean, that's 3 more coffees that get
Chief
served.
Rittenhour is already
I
counting
guess
the
I'm not
dollars.
disagreeing with your 20. 5 minutes doesn't make that
Oh,
much of
okay.
a difference.
As long as you're agreeing with me, then
I'm fine with 20.
I'm good with
20.
20.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're not done with new business yet either.
No, that got struck.
Boxes from Frontier.
Oh, sorry, put that down at the bottom of the page. All right, Frank, we're going to need you on this one.
Well, I think it's even a bigger discussion.
Well, that's why we...
Go ahead, you can start.
No, what we're talking about essentially is we're not necessarily targeting Frontier here, but we've got a situation where we've got multiple utilities running lines, and they're each putting their own boxes in, and most recently, the boxes are pretty large. I mean, at what point do we put our foot down? Why can't they use the same junction box?
Well, it's pretty long.
Frank, come up here so people online can hear you.
And I can show you some pictures if you'd like also. But in a discussion with the previous council, my previous liaison, had we not had that problem with the previous contractor, we probably wouldn't even be here.
Just for the record, now that it's actually on record. So what the previous council member and I had discussed was if there is more than one high-speed internet utility provider, that could potentially be good for the public because there would be some competition and could keep prices down. If you only got one option, that's, you know, pretty much the only game in town, you pay what they want. So that was the beginning of that discussion. And this came because another company that we did not approve wanted to put in the same type of system around town. You guys may remember that we put together this ordinance kind of in a hurry. Dan was a huge help on that. Aaron also helped quite a bit. And we got this ordinance up and running so that at least we have some means to regulate. Previous to this, we had no authority, as I understand it, to stop them at all, or even regulate at all. So this was definitely a step in the right direction. What other kind of specifics would you like?
Well, no, so the issue is, theoretically, you can have these boxes all along the curb, and that's where we're headed now, correct? So, and this company that's out in Morris Landing now, they're putting in pretty large boxes, so why not reuse?
Oh.
And I know they didn't cover the cost of the previous, but I think we need to think about, instead of adding another box for whatever comes in next, that we need to be able to reuse something.
Well, I think that's a pretty easy question to answer. Those other boxes are not their property. That's another utility provider.
We need to figure out how to word it in our ordinance so that we don't line the curbs with boxes.
We have 3 more companies come in and try to do this. It's literally going to be plastic boxes down the whole street.
Yeah, correct. From what I understand, though, the vast majority of these boxes are flush mount.
I mean, grass doesn't grow on them, right?
Yeah.
They are, if you drive down through there, some of them are under the ground level, some of them are over the ground level.
There's a bunch of old ones. We do have a provision in the ordinance itself. If the utility that they're replacing or upgrading, they're supposed to remove the old equipment. They have done that in a great number of locations around town. There are still, however, a bunch of customers still on old landline phone lines, which is Frontier Communications. They call it copper system. So they used to run their internet through those phone lines, the old, what do you call that? DSL? Yeah.
DSL.
And some folks still have that, so they still provide that service. I don't deny that it's getting crowded. We weed out a lot of these like we did with another provider by insisting on a pretty high permit price and the bond. The last company really pushed back on the bond, and we just stuck to our guns, and they ended up pulling out.
So Aaron, I guess the question might be for you, how do we tweak the ordinance to be able to leverage, and you don't have to answer now, but to leverage existing boxes? And I understand it's not their property, but we need to figure this out, because I don't want neighborhoods being lined, the curbs being lined with boxes.
Yeah, the difficult thing we face is, you know, back in the days when everyone had a telephone line, because they essentially granted monopolies to areas, there was only one provider. Where the internet is kind of the Wild West, anyone can run a line. And if there's an easement there that's designated for utilities, they have a right to put a line in there. I don't know to what extent.
And that's fine.
I don't know to what extent we can I'll have to look into it. I don't know what extent we can try to force them into sharing boxes or things like that. And I don't even know if necessarily provider A and provider B's technology would mesh enough that they could share one hub or how that works. But I can certainly look into it. I can also see, because I can't imagine we're the only community facing this particular problem.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Do we think there's abandoned boxes around?
I'm just talking about moving.
I know, I'm just curious if that's even a thing.
Usually they pull that out because they can reuse that elsewhere.
Any thought?
They, like I said, we do have a provision in there about removing the old equipment.
But that has to be their equipment, obviously.
It has to be their equipment, but I can personally say that, yeah, there are several abandoned, what do they call those things? I call them towers.
Yep, towers, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
The old phone
the vertical
boxes.
ones, yeah.
Pedestals, that's the word I was looking for.
I mean, I know it's a separate issue, but if that stuff's sitting around our town abandoned, I'd love to see whoever owns it be required to come remove it. I don't know if we can make that happen.
I can certainly look into
Because my
that.
assumption is they take them out of service and they just let them sit there and rot. If we can get rid of them, that's just one less thing cluttering up the easements.
You know, one thing I just wanted to bring to the council's attention is if anywhere that has overhead service would be kind of exempt from this, because there are no boxes installed the same way when the service is overhead. Those are all cables run directly to the house overhead. So we'd be effectively doing it in one section of town and not doing it in another section of town, which I think would kind of be a concern to Aaron's point.
We need to come up with something that's getting out of hand. And we can't be the only people that.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah, we got them all up and down my street too. They're going in right now.
So Aaron, you can take a look at that.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Frank.
All right. Now we're done with new business. Nothing under miscellaneous.
Hang on.
What now?
We need to schedule an executive session.
We already did.
We need to schedule another executive session for potential land utilities.
How quickly?
And how long do you want to set aside? I mean, is that, can we do two?
An hour.
You want a full hour for that, so we'll need to.
Terry, what do you think, an hour? I would say an hour.
When?
I mean, we already, our next meeting's the 21st, right? That's not gonna work. You need it before then,
I mean,
Terry?
we canceled our staff meeting
Just
next
whenever
week.
you guys can schedule it, I'm just finding.
Why did we cancel our staff meeting?
Nothing. Well, because it was already rescheduled for the Tuesday because the building's being used on the Thursday. So why don't we just push it out and do it before the first meeting in May? Does that work
Is
for
it
you?
too long?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Whenever you guys can get together,
Does that work?
it's Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
You got plans?
Election day.
All right, that works.
That's fine with me.
6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
Yep, that's election day.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's election day.
Yeah, that's election day.
We don't even have a meeting that
Oh, so
day.
our meeting will be on the 6th.
The Wednesday, so can everybody do it Wednesday to 6? See, we're off the hook for Cinco de Mayo. We'll be voting. So,
It'll be
I can do it.
5, 6, at 6 o'clock.
5, 6 at 6 o'clock.
Thank you guys. You good with that date? Is that soon enough?
Yes,
Okay.
You guys, it's at 5 o'clock?
6
6
o'clock.
o'clock.
All right, moving along, comments by citizens. I have no blue slips.
They're yellow.
Oh, they're yellow now. I have no yellow slips.
I was wondering.
You're good.
That'd be Mr. Strong's fault.
Yep, come on, Dano.
But his shirt's blue.
It is, it is.
All right. Yep, just state your name and address.
Christine Bianchi, and I'm speaking today about 990 Main Street. I've had several people drive into the driveway. I was wondering if there were any way that we could have signs with arrows, like private driveway or something like that. I don't know.
I'm
how
not
you can
familiar
help
with the
me.
property. Is it a long driveway, I assume, or?
It's right where Brenton
It's at the stop sign,
into
right here on Brenton and Stringtown Main Street. I live at 519 Shore Lane, and I own 990 Main Street.
Gotcha.
And when I was on vacation, these kids came down my driveway and turned around, so I just was wondering if, right there, if the town or somebody, or if I could put up a sign bigger than a foot.
Just a second.
So they're coming down
They're just,
Brenton?
going
Go
straight
straight.
into Velma's old driveway.
And that's not working. Hold on a second.
990 Main Street.
I'm gonna share it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead if you don't mind. I've got McAfee advertisements popping up left and right, and I can't get them. There we go.
Oh, I have the same
Velma
problem.
Tishner's old property.
It's right here, Joe.
Two.
Where Brenton, this is the park,
Oh,
runs into Stringtown.
oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right here at this intersection. It's the White House, right?
Yes.
So this is Stringtown.
Just put
Gotcha.
fresh
I
stone
mean,
down.
it's right at
Yes.
the intersection.
What about just like a private drive sign?
Yeah, I think
Something.
she said, I think she just wants it to be
So they're
bigger.
just going straight, they go and turn around, or what do
Right
they
here.
do?
Oh, no, they just drove straight. I had Greg, cut out some of the mud so we could put the rock down, so that I had more parking spaces, because I try not to park in my driveway because no one lets me out, and I kind of have to just go, But, so I was wondering, do I do it? Or am I asking?
What are you wanting the sign to say?
I want the sign to say a private driveway, or, you know how you have the arrows on certain things where you can't go straight, you gotta go either up Main or down Stringtown, and if there could be, because I can't put something on the right-of-way, I can't, it can't be bigger than a square foot, I don't know what to buy, I don't know how to stop people from coming in my driveway that do not have permission.
It looks like a four-way stop there.
Exactly.
Are people driving in there and then realizing it's not a road and then just backing out, or what are they doing?
That, and then they drove in slow and did a drive out.
Like case unusual.
Well, I'm just saying, I wasn't there, I saw them on camera, I'm like, who's in my driveway right now? I was in another state, so that's the one thing. So I don't know if, I'm asking the council if there could be something put there, either by the town or by myself, and then I would need help trying to figure out how to get a sign and where to put it, because I need direction on.
What about a gate? I don't see how you're gonna put a big sign in the middle of your driveway and you not back over here every time.
No, I don't, it didn't have to be in the middle of the driveway. I mean, there's a utility pole right next to it that it could go on.
Or even in the dirt next to the driveway.
I mean, could I put a big sign in the center of my grass? I have to ask permission, so that's today's job.
I mean, it never should have been designed to have your driveway come out to a three-way stop, right? Like, that just never
Well,
should
the
have
town
happened.
wasn't here.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not, we can't change it now, but that's the problem, is that your driveway comes out to the three-way stop, which we can't change, obviously.
So would you like to try a sign?
Yeah, I don't know what to put up. I don't know who can help me. If you guys, you do signs all over town. So, and no, I wasn't asking for it to be in the center of my driveway, just somewhere that it was reflective that,
Trying to help people realize,
Yeah.
Understand.
that's all. And then, the next subject is about those boxes with the internet.
Okay, let's decide about your sign first.
Oh.
Can we do, is that all right?
Yeah, yes.
I know you're looking for some
Thank you.
direction there.
I just, if I put something up, you know, I know it's, has to
I
be
appreciate you
small.
asking before you just putting a big sign up without permission, so I appreciate that.
Well, I've made contact with Frank's assistant, and she gave me a group of residential things I can and can't
Right.
do, and, you know, but I wanted to bring it up to the council to see if I can get some guidance or help, and
I mean, to me, just a small street sign that says private drive to the, I guess that would be the south.
Private
you know those arrows that are reflective?
Mm-hmm.
That you put it at three, well, yeah. Well, if it's a T, there's some sign there's a sign that has the arrows that are
Yeah.
reflective.
I feel
If
like
there
that
was
would be most
one,
appropriate for the town sign to just be directional rather than
Yeah.
say private drive.
yeah, I mean, I'll accept that, if that's
I don't-
acceptable.
I don't really care.
know. Just something. It doesn't have to be ginormous, just something.
Terry, do we have any private property signs lying around? No, through,
Any
I assume
arrows?
if they exist, they were probably put up by a homeowner, not by us.
Yeah.
I don't know of any that there's definitely not been any put up since I've been here.
Yeah.
And I don't stop those, so I don't,
Do we have a stop sign?
Can I
sitting
make
around?
one?
we have all kinds of, we stop signs.
Yeah, but we have a stop sign, can we just add like a $32.99 on Amazon, it just says stop private driveway, and it fits the aesthetic since there's already a...
Oh, my goodness, I'm so glad you did that. I didn't even think of that.
Joe, how big is it?
Do not enter sign with stake 36 inches tall, 12 by 12, reflective aluminum.
12 by 12.
That's inches.
Inches.
That's perfect, because you said, what's 1 square foot?
Once is 12 by 12.
Okay.
And that's a two-pack. Yeah, it's only $18.99 for one. But the sign itself is 36 inches tall.
So it's not a square foot?
No.
No, it's the stick.
I'm talking 36 inches.
The stick.
Yeah, your post and everything.
Oh,
That's-
it's a ground
That's
sign.
12 by 12, yeah, so it's not gonna stick up the same height as the other stop signs.
so Frank, if she were to buy those, can she put one, since it comes in a two-pack, one on each side of her drive?
If it's on,
My
if
property.
it's on two separate properties, I think we could do that. We could use the informational sign clause, which is exempt. They can only be 1 square foot maximum. I do think we could. If there's one on either side, one on 990 and one on your place where
519.
you live, I think we could work that.
So your property is adjacent?
Can
Is that
I
what you're
point
saying?
out?
Yeah. I didn't realize you were,
First up,
oh, I see.
519.
Yeah, I see, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
somewhere right there and then
Right.
somewhere on the grass.
Well, something we do have to account for is there's boxes.
I'm telling you, I got them all over. And you know what's the worst part? Try mowing with the screws they don't put back in the lids.
Yeah, I believe that. I've got one in my front yard too. I guess technically it's in Dennis's front yard,
No, we share it.
but we share.
I mean, I'd prefer not to see signs where we don't need them. My opinion would be if you could try one of those signs or something similar
Sure.
and see if that stops people.
Yeah, I don't have to buy the 2-pack. I
You
can-
can buy whatever you want, I just.
Yeah, okay.
You just want the permission to be able to put it
I
in.
want permission from the council too. And-
Yeah, and honestly, that's not really even our decision. That's more of a Frank thing, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't
yes.
talk to him. I only got the paperwork, but then they always ask you permission. I always thought I had to
This
ask
would be
you
a
permission.
variance, I guess, in a way.
No, he's saying it fits. He's saying it fits.
Oh, it fits within ordinance, so, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's, go ahead.
Okay.
It's It's got to be on
It's
the
not on
private
the
property.
easement, it's
Has
on
to
my
be on-
grass. It'll be
yeah.
on the grass.
It cannot be in the right of way or the.
Correct.
How deep is that easement?
That's not the side it'll be on.
There is an easement through there, but we can figure that out.
Oh,
I
the
think-
sewer?
So Frank, I think though, I mean, as you go look at those easements, the intent would be to push it as far toward the road as possible, right? To make sure people
Somebody
can
needs
see
to be able
it.
to see it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So you know the, well, are you good with working that?
Anybody can drive by and say, I put it in the wrong spot and I'll move it.
I'd be happy to help out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I'm asking.
All right.
Next.
Thank you for talking to us about that.
Thank you.
All
And,
right.
and then those boxes, yeah, there's a problem with that because I have to deal with, you know, mowing and those, there are screws that are this big. And then the trucks we talked about, I don't know if it was the commercial trucks, I get them all the time. They're coming up, going to the main street.
Okay.
Okay, and I know all the names, which is, it doesn't matter because everybody's doing it. It's just like they have the truck drivers have their own little map. They have, it's their bread and butter.
Right.
And then I've spoke to the chief of police about the vehicles that are disobeying this family community. They are speeding excessively, and there's no ordinance signs. And I was wondering if we can put the noise ordinance, because they do it all the time.
You're talking about the actual sound of
The cars.
The exhaust.
Backfiring, like it's 30 miles an hour in front of my houses, and a stop sign. So, in their minds, they see the 30 mile an hour, they think they gotta go 30 miles from, you know, the stop sign to the sign. And this is where people are crossing to go to the parks with their dogs, with their kids, you know, on bikes, on scooters, on everything. And I was wondering if it's possible to that block and that block where the park is, if it could be toned down to a 20 miles to the stop sign for safety. And that is a big issue right now. The noise ordinance could we have signs put up for these young kids that are driving around our city, popping their, backfiring their cars intentional, especially because I'm complaining about them and then they come back later and they keep doing it. I have them on camera, my phone, because I'm always outside. Is there any noise ordinance in this town?
There's noise.
Signs?
I don't know about signage.
Okay,
I don't know
well,
that signs are gonna help.
well, if it's posted and you could quote it, that what you're doing is, you have a sign about a go-kart needing a license. Why do they need that? That's common sense, that if you're driving on the street, you have to have a license. So they have a sign for driving a go-kart with an ID, but they don't have a noise ordinance for these young kids that are just racing. I got brand-new skid marks on the stop sign from yesterday. Somebody did that, long skid marks. So I'm just like, we got to do something. I'm tired. It hurts me because I feel noise. You can feel noise. Yes, with that high pitch pop, pop, pop.
Well, we deal with it in Morse Landing even, I mean, it's.
But
my
let's
mom's
take
told
care
me,
of it.
you know.
Let's get these kids educated that they don't disrespect where they live, or they're going to be fined. Make money for the town, but they'll stop doing disrespectful behavior.
I mean, really, it comes down to a matter of enforcement.
Yes.
Chief, has this been brought up to you?
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got video of we have pulled over and had conversations with him. That car's supposed to be the white one. There's some switch in it that he could make it go away. And so the conversation, he got a warning, he didn't get a ticket. next day or 2 days later?
That night and the next day, he was by himself, back and forth into the where you work.
He comes from where the Blackwood basketball courts are at Terry's place, where they park there, and they
Mustang?
head north, and
He's been doing it. The Mustang was here 2 days.
so
2
the
days.
Cars is doing it quite a bit, or maybe two different Mustangs or something like that. I think our guys have pulled over each one and tried to have a conversation with them, educate them, and gave them a warning. Do they always listen? Absolutely not. But we are doing some enforcement. It's just catching them in the act. It's kind of hard to go up and go, hey, 10 minutes ago you were doing this, and they go, no, it wasn't. You don't have anything to back it up, but they have to cut a couple times.
Okay.
Now, whether or not they get a ticket, that's up to the officer. It's up to the officer. I don't dictate, say, when you stop a car and you ride a whoop, you write a ticket.
Right. I understand what you're saying. I've been in those shoes. Okay, thank you. And then, you guys, can I make a comment on your construction people over there that are doing that water? Remember you were, I was listening to your conversation about how the trucks are sitting and not being used. How come you have to pay for that?
That's part of the contract.
Oh, because I would say, if you're not using it, take it back so you don't have to get charged. It's not how it works.
Not how it works, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, I'd like to thank you for listening, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Dennis Johnson.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank y'all.